Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel, Subscription Boxes and More with Michelle. I have something brand new and I hope you'll find it interesting. I don't want to give too many spoilers because this is an ongoing thing that you have to get multiple boxes to solve. And what is that? Hunt a Killer. I don't know, can you see it? I can't show you the top because it's got my address. Anyways, and here, I will cover the address. On the front are bloody handprints. Looks like Dexter's been here. If you know what I'm talking about. Alright, so anyways, not a very thick box, but doesn't need to be. The evidence should be in here to start being a detective. I really like true crime and fictional crime and serial killer kind of stuff, you know. I even write some of that stuff myself. As you know, I'm a writer. Yes, I have things on Amazon. Anyways, so I thought this would be interesting to do with my husband. Now, because he can't see, it may be a little more of a challenge, but I tell you, you can't get anything past that guy. So anyways, let's delve into this box and just see what this is all about. Because this is kind of a pricey one, guys, but I've wanted to do it for a long time. Like, even before I started my channel, I've wanted to do this box. And I finally decided, I canceled some other boxes, and I decided I was going to jump in and try this. Okay, so inside the box is looking like this. Hints, solutions. Okay, I guess that there is a thingy here that you can scan and maybe get some hints and stuff. What does it say? Scratch off the silver below for guidance on how to complete this episode, or keep the mystery for more of a challenge. I do not want to scratch this. I want it to be a challenge because I'm one of those people that when I read a book or I watch a movie or whatever, I generally have it all figured out, not even a quarter to a third of the way in, depending on how long it takes to actually get to the story, you know. I usually have it figured out way far in. It's very rare that they get me, and when that happens, then that's a good movie. Or, well, I mean, even the ones I figure out sometimes are, but you know what I mean. Those are ones I particularly enjoy because it just doesn't happen very often. I guess because I am a writer, that I got kind of that you know, thought process, right? Anyways, it says, examine all documents and items for clues. Check the Cadence Theater website, and it gives you that for additional information. Check the virtual desktop for additional evidence. When you know the answer to the objective in your contact's letter, you'll receive a congratulatory response if you're correct. If your answer is incorrect, you should receive a response prompting you to try again. So apparently this is the curtain call episode 1. This month your package contains 10 items. Missing something, tell us at huntakiller.com. Missing. So, and it gives you a checklist. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 items. I don't want to give too much away because, I mean, if you do want to try this, it would totally ruin it. And I wouldn't want somebody to do that for me. But I want to get kind of an idea of what this is about and give you my thoughts and my feedback on it without spoiling it too badly. More from Hunt a Killer. We're more than a subscription. Check out huntakiller.com store for premium experiences, all-in-one mysteries that can be solved in one session. I thought about doing that. They're kind of pricey also, but I thought about doing that so that we could just do it kind of together. But again, I wouldn't want to spoil it for you. Box sets, complete seasons all at once, pay at your own pace, no subscription required. And then merchandise, gift cards, murder boards to organize your investigation, and more. Refer a friend. Get a reward for every friend you refer to. Hunt a Killer. Full details at huntedkiller.com. Refer a friend. Refer-a-friend. Okay, well, I'm referring all of you. If you think that this might be interesting, try it out and we can solve it together. Welcome to Hunt a Killer. Hunt a Killer is unlike any game you have played before, a mystery that unravels through classic detective work and puzzle solving. Here are some tips. Now, I hope that this really is sort of a forensics investigation. I took forensics in college at Purdue University, and just something, again, that I'm interested in. It helps in writing and all of that. I majored in psychology, specifically child and abnormal psychology. But I also dabbled in the forensics and some other things to help in my writing and all of that. And I hope that this will use some of that knowledge, right? Take notes. Construct a timeline of events and profile of each character. If a crime has been committed, focus on means, motive, and opportunity. It's not a race. Instead of rushing to complete the objective, examine every item and read each document carefully. Let yourself become a character in this gripping adventure. Join us. Share your theories, get early access to new products and features, and solve bonus riddles and ciphers by joining hundreds of thousands of other members here. Facebook.com groups Hunt a Killer. Okay, so I'm thinking that this should be like Clue on steroids. No, I hope it's a lot better than that even. All right, so there is an item on top. It's a collectible enamel pen. I think it's supposed to be my little like detective kind of thing. I don't know. There it is. I'll read the back and we'll find out what it's supposed to be. Can you see it? Can you see it? All right. It's their logo. Complete the seasons, collect them all. Throughout your membership, you'll receive collectible pens, all with different themes. Show the pens off and collect them all to be the ultimate detective. Visit for more info. www.huntakiller.com. Pens. Okay, the next thing, and mine's ripped. Give me a damaged one. Don't you know I'm going to put you on the YouTube? Alright, they give you this purple envelope, at least for this case. But mine's got boo-boos. Here and here. Give me a damaged one. I'm one of those people that can't buy a product on the shelf if it has a dent or if the box is a little, you know, smashed or whatever. I have to dig around to the back to find one that's not damaged if it's at all possible. So that really, I mean, it shouldn't, but it does bother me that it's got damage. All right, so Cadence Theater, established 1928, it says. And inside, I don't want to give, you know, too much stuff away. I don't want to read like all the documents and things like that, but I do want to find out what you get. All right. I'm not gonna. I really don't want to. I'm gonna show it to you from the back. I don't want to show it to you from the front in case it is any kind of a spoiler. Showing it at all probably is a bit of a spoiler, but anyways, it's a cufflink. So I'm sure that's a clue. Then you have your Cadence Theater. They give you a notebook to write down your stuff in. Keep it all nice and neat. And it's got the Cadence Theater, established 1928, just like the folder. And then it's just lined paper inside to write your notes on. There is something, are you interested in learning about the theater but don't know where to begin? The stage doesn't have to be intimidating. With the Cadence Theater's pocket guide, you'll never get confused by theater jargon. So this gives you new musical notation. It tells you the different musical notations, which I don't remember from back in my band days, which was very brief. Time signatures will help you keep the beat. Navigate the stage with the Cadence Theater's stage direction, you know, like exit, stage right. You know, you probably don't, you're probably too young to know what that is from, but anyways. So they have, you know, the different, you know, upstage, downstage, stage right, stage left, all of that, center stage. Learn stage terminology with our theater glossary, and it gives you all of that. So I guess, you know, you read through this so that you know when you're reading the other documents that, you know what they're talking about. And think you're ready to take on Broadway, break a leg, and then the blank pages. So that's kind of handy. Yeah. Cool. Gray Investigations. Hello, investigator. I have a case for you. I'm handling a lot of cases on my own right now, but don't worry, I'm confident you can do this by yourself. It concerns an old friend of mine, Julia Adler, we met when I decided to take theater as an elective in college. The fake stabbing was fun for me. The actual acting, not so much, but Julia excelled at it from the very first class. Just vanished into every role she played. It took me a while to figure out who she actually was, but once I did, we got along. Julia runs her own theater now, the Cadence in New York. So this takes place in New York. I made it a point to stop by when I was in town a few years ago. It really kept the Art Deco vibe alive. I don't know a whole lot about theater management, but you don't need to be a detective to tell she's doing interesting work. I know you'll like her, and I know you'll be able to help her. She's got a case on her hands that's so weird. I almost couldn't believe it. So weird, I happened to get wind of it on the national news, and as much as I'd like to help, I'm just too busy. I'll let her fill you in on the details, but there is one thing I want you to remember. Trust, but verify. There are a lot of spinning plates when it comes to a case, so make sure you can find hard evidence to back up anything someone says. I set up a virtual desktop that the two of you can use to share resources for the duration of this investigation. I use one in all my cases, and it works really well. You can log in and it gives you the website. Your username for the viral desktop is I'm not going to tell you. And the password is, I'm not going to tell you that either. Once you're logged in, you'll find the folder I've created for Julia's case. It's the one called Cadence. And it gives you the password for her case. And you're not going to be hearing that from me either. If there is any documents Julia needs to give you virtually, they'll be there. I know you can do it. Good luck. Michelle Gray, Private Investigator. Gray Investigations, LLC. P.S. Because I'm roping you in on this, I put the word out there that anyone in need should contact you. Don't be surprised if you start hearing from other people in search of a PI. They'll tell you that Michelle sent them. So that is my intro letter for the case. And then there is one from Julia Adler, and I don't want to read it to you because there's probably some clues and things hidden in this letter, I would assume. But there's the letter, and it's kind of, long, small print. Then there is official documents in this little folder here. And it gives you the case number. See you Friday. So it's sealed shut because it's like official documents. And it's got a few things in there, it feels like. It feels like it's not just one little sheet. Then you have the playbill. And inside, okay, they're putting on a play called The Strange Duo. And then it gives you the director's notes, just like any playbill, okay? It's exactly the same if you've ever been to the theater. Cast and crew, tells you who they are, and it gives you more of a bio on each of the cast members, just like a real playbill. And synopsis of the play, and Mr. Adler, picture of him, and saying, I trust that you enjoyed, blah, blah, blah. And they even, it's funny, because they even have advertising. So, just like they would, Radiant Tonic. This feels like it's okay. This has the year of 1934, so apparently some of this takes place in the past. Or maybe all of it does, I'm not sure. But here's a letter to Mr. Adler. I'll just give you a quick flash of it. And what's next? I mean, there's all kinds of pieces. Here's some kind of a, from the desk of Hector Roland. So there's a letter here with some dates down at the bottom, or some letters at the bottom that are handwritten. This is from 1934 also. I'll give you a brief flash of part of it, because I don't want to give away anything, because the numbers down there I'm sure are significant. And then there is some kind of like notes, because it says things like adjust lighting and things like that. So sure it's some kind of stagehand notes or something. I'm not 100% sure. But let's see what's in the official document. I'll tell you a little bit. I mean, this is just getting you started, and there's going to be more and more items as the case unfolds. I don't know how many shipments it takes to get the entire, first to last box on this. I'm not sure. Alright, so inside of there is your forensic report. And things look, very photocopied, old style photocopied. And it's, there's more than one page here of that. I don't want to, flash it and have you, yeah, I'm not going to show you the inside. But it looks like it was copied, kind of a long time ago when printers were not quite as clear as they are now. So, very interesting, guys. It has basically pictures of the victim and things marked, where injuries and things were. And that's why I don't want to, because that would be a spoiler that I just don't want to give you. And then here is the, the police report. That was a forensics report, but then this is the Midtown South Precinct police report. It's telling, where things were in the scene and all of that. See? You didn't see? Well, that's what it is. So you have the forensics report. You have this police report. Like I said, it's telling you the item number, where they put the markers and how many there were. So item number 1, quantity 1, description, framed black and white photograph. And then it's in a grid search, so it tells you where it was in the grid search and the location, what was hanging on the wall, and notes. The subject is an unidentified male. That's the only one I'm going to tell you. But I mean, it gives you, so each one of these things could be a clue that you need to make note of. A lot of it probably is nothing. Some of it will be something. And that's the way it is in a real investigation. But you have to definitely make note of everything and take everything in, because you just don't know in the beginning of a case, unless the person's right there, with a smoking gun, literally. And even then, they might not be the one that pulled the trigger. Just because they're holding it doesn't mean that they shot it. You know what I mean? So there's a lot of moving parts that you have to consider, and not everything's going to be evidence, but some things that you think aren't may be the most important evidence. So got it, examine it all. So this is going to get me started. My husband and I are going to do this together. I've thought about doing like some of the date night boxes and things like that, and I may do that eventually, but a lot of them have things that a sighted person would have to be able to see to be able to do. Like games, like say it's got a card game or whatever. If they're not Braille cards, it's a little hard for my husband to play. I think this will be easier because I can read it all to him, and he may hear details that my brain kind of skips over because it's not a visual element, you know, but he will catalog that in his mind a whole lot better than I will. First of all, I have memory loss problems. Second of all, when that's what you have to go on, you pay a little more attention to those kind of details, and I will pay more attention to the more visual aspects of things. So I think that together we will do a really, good job, I hope, of figuring this out. Hopefully we don't figure it out too fast. I would like to, go through all of the boxes in the case, whether we think we know the answer or not, just to see where they go with it and how it, plays out. Try to make sure I don't lose anything, put everything back in there. So, yeah, I'm excited to get it started and to read about it and find out exactly what this is about and what it entails. So that is the first case. I don't know if everybody gets this first case as their, this as their first case, or if this is the one they're doing at the moment. I know I've seen this one advertised. So if you've seen Hunt a Killer advertised on the computer, you have probably seen them talking, this woman, walking, greeting you and talking about finding a body at the theater. I don't want to, spoil it if you haven't seen it, but if you've ever just wanted to be a detective, or you like, if you like the like Law and Order or Law and Order SVU or any of the other police procedural shows, or you like actual true crime, or you like, if you think serial killer stuff is interesting, I do really from a psychological standpoint as much as any of the other. I like to sort of think how, get inside that person's mind and what kind of a psyche does it take to do these kind of things. I find it very interesting. So maybe you will too. Who knows? Maybe you will enjoy this. Maybe you won't. Maybe, but let me know in the comments below what your thoughts are. Have you seen this advertised? Any of the Hunt a Killer? There's also another one out there. I'm sure there's more than that, but that I was interested in. But I went with this one because it's the one I see advertised the most, and I thought it was probably one you would see the most out there floating around the internet. So I thought maybe you would find it interesting as well. I hope so. So anyways, please give this video a big old thumbs up. That would really help me out. It helps out that algorithm for YouTube to know that my videos are relevant and interesting, all of that. So they show it to more people. Please give me some comments and let me know what you think. Do you think this will be interesting? Have you ever heard of it? Have you tried it? Let's talk about it, or just stop by and say hi. That's good too. Please, 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 please subscribe. So many of you watch and never subscribe, and I get it, but it's free. It doesn't cost you anything. You turn on the notifications or don't. I wish you would. That way you know when I upload. But if you are like holding out because you don't want to be bombarded by notifications, that's fine too. Just please subscribe. That would really help me out and help support my channel. And so, and if you share my video, maybe other people will find me interesting, or my videos, or whatever, and maybe they'll subscribe as well. And that would be such a blessing. So please, guys, please give me a thumbs up, comment, subscribe, and share. And thank you so much for watching and listening to me babble. And I'll see you again in just a moment in another video, because it's yet another video marathon. Bye, guys.